beautiful souls. My name is Ashoo Modgil and namaste to you all. Welcome to my channel. If you are already subscribed to my channel, I have a lot of gratitude extended towards all of you. And even if you have not subscribed, even then I'm grateful that you are listening to me right now and gaining some information that could help you in expanding your awareness around why spiritual awakening is hard. Since I've been undergoing my spiritual awakening since the year 2005 and have undergone over the years through those symptoms which were like very difficult to endure, today I love to talk about my journey so that I could reach out and help those who are on those stages or who are undergoing those symptoms. So it really gives a lot of satisfaction to my heart when I can share and help others to know what they are experiencing or what they're going through. It is just a temporary phase in their spiritual awakening journey or Kundalini awakening journey, and it is going to pass away. And you just need to surrender to the process, have lots of patience, faith, and extend a lot of loving kindness and nurturance towards yourself. During such times, a lot of self-compassion is needed. And this is also a process of falling in love with yourself and understanding what does it truly mean to love yourself, because there is no sense of shame attached in this love. It is not selfish. It is a very divine love that you are beginning to nurture yourself with. And in this process, you're opening up your heart center, and that is from where you are in a capacity to truly extend your love to others in a very compassionate, empathic way, in a very pure way, in a very unconditional way. Because when you are going through the spiritual awakening process, the hardest part is opening of your heart center, because our heart center is so closed and constricted, given that we are operating from the lenses or from the perspectives which are very much conditional and very much dysfunctional. Also, I would like to say, if we look from the universal perspective, who are we in essence? We are love. And when we identify that we are love and life is love, then we are looking through those glasses at our everyday experiences and choices we are making and the events we are coming across, the challenges we are trying to resolve in our lives. So when you put on those glasses, that are the glasses coming from your heart-based consciousness, this is the end result or the end purpose of spiritual awakening, is to open the doors of your heart and to identify what does it mean to open the doors of our heart. What does it mean to understand that life is love and love is life, and how to tune into this energetic aspect of my consciousness so that I can use these glasses in the most challenging of the circumstances. So that is why spiritual awakening is so hard, because it doesn't happen overnight. Opening the doors of your heart is the toughest task, and that is why spiritual awakening is difficult and so hard, because it takes you a while, it takes you years, it takes you a lifetime to immerse yourself in this process and understand it layer by layer as it unfolds, through acceptance and through knowing that this is the end result of your spiritual awakening, is to understand that life is love and love is life, and opening the doors of your heart consciousness. And when we talk about opening the doors of your heart consciousness, that is a lot, a lot to ask for, because what is happening in this opening is a lot of sacrifice of the ego self lies there. You have to you have to kill a lot of your beliefs, your perspectives, your feelings associated with your emotions and attachments that are circumferencing around that belief. And that is the hardest thing to do in spiritual awakening, when your ego has to let go of those conditions. It's not easy because it requires grieving, it requires a sense of loss and understanding all these processes and how to navigate through them. It requires a lot of spiritual energy. So that is why spiritual awakening is hard, because it is raking. It's like you um, rake the trash, all the dry leaves, that are falling on the road. Similarly, you need to rake your consciousness for those aspects of yourself which are not originating from the universal principles of seeing through the lens of the universal love, or seeing through the lenses of unconditional love, and seeing through the lenses where you are letting go of a lot of expectations around different aspects of your life and attachments. And most of the suffering we all know comes through attachments. What is our relationship to our attachment in our day-to-day lives? So in any spiritual awakening, it is your understanding what is the true meaning of opening the doors of your heart. It comes through detachment, but this is not detachment in the sense of apathy, or it is not a detachment in the sense of lack of compassion or love. This detachment is coming from a space of pure love, unconditional love, where there's a lot of forgiveness, where there's a lot of self-compassion, where there's a lot of other compassion, where there's a lot of letting go, there's a lot of surrender, there's a lot of trust, faith, and patience, which are all the spiritual qualities that you are required to develop during this process of letting go, in this process of surrendering. And if you're going through a spiritual awakening process or a Kundalini awakening process, this is the end of this process. That many people I consult, they get scared because they are not able to sense their attachments. Because what is the purpose of Kundalini awakening? What is Kundalini doing? Kundalini is kind of taking control of your consciousness. And the first thing that it is making you realize is that you are not what you believe yourself to be. Yeah, right. So you are not what you believe yourself to be is the biggest shock of your life. So this is here that you are coming in touch with that force, that powerful universal force that is the creator, that is running the whole game plan of this universe. And then this understanding, and then there's a grief of you were identifying with a story you were telling to yourself about yourself and your life. So there is a great sense of loss that comes when your consciousness is no longer able to sense that reality that you were grounded in earlier on. And that grieving phase, when that gets over, so if you're going through that grieving phase, or your consciousness is feeling out of control because you are not, your willpower is not working right now, then please fret not, because this is a passing phase for your evolution, for coming to an understanding, because this understanding is completely shifting your control center, your management center, the center from where you manage your life, the center from where you make choices. So that unhealthy ego self is getting an opportunity to wash off during this time. So please fret not, but be grateful that you are made to see the real self, who you are truly. And you're getting an opportunity to wash off all the conditions which are not the result of how divine wants you to thrive in this world. So basically, you will be getting in touch with your authentic self, your pure self, your divine self, your kind self, your loving self, your nurturing self, your self-compassionate self, your other compassionate self. And you're being purged of all the energetic impressions that segregate or separate you and give you an identity, that ego identity that separates you from others and makes you put on those glasses of judgment, other judgment. So you are kind of removing those glasses of judging others or standing in your defensive self, because from where the judgment emanates from a defensive parts of us, where we are trying to protect ourselves, where our survival brain is trying to scan for the information of danger in the environment and trying to protect ourselves. So basically, this energy is kind of helping you to release all those survival based fears and bring you into your wholeness and your connection and interconnection with everything around you, starting from other human beings to plants, animals, and everything that is existing in this universe. So this is a beautiful process, and fear is a natural part, because this is a chance for your survival brain to understand that there's nothing to fear. And through that understanding and a lot of inner processes that you will go through, you will be awakening to your true self. So spiritual awakening is hard because it is asking you to shed the skin of attachment that is coming from the layer of conditional attachment, social conditioning or cultural conditioning. And it is wanting you to put on the universal glasses of universal love, the true self-love, how universe wants you to thrive as your divine self, and open the doors of your heart to yourself first, so that you are in a position to let go of your expectations and come into a space of more forgiveness and forgive yourself, forgive others, and understand different range of emotions that you were suppressing or you were trying to regulate using the lens of ego self that segregates you from others. So I hope you found a little bit of information that could help you see through your own process. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon so that you do not miss out on any updates from me. And I'll get back to you soon. I hope you enjoyed watching why spiritual awakening is hard. Stay blessed. Lots of love, light, and laughter to all of you. Bye-bye.